just days after the protests of the APD shooting of James Boyd, which, if you're not familiar, it's been a very controversial case, making national headlines. There's a protest last weekend in Albuquerque. A bunch of people showed up, started off pretty peacefully. Eventually, Bernalillo SWAT team had to show up to assist the Albuquerque riot control teams, and eventually, later on in the night, people just started acting like complete idiots, climbing on signs, defacing buildings, and even at one point trying to stop traffic on I-25. So eventually, they deployed tear gas in hopes of making the angry crowds disperse and avoiding any kind of future problems or conflicts. Well, just days after that, U.S. Marshals shoot a man in Albuquerque. Was not Albuquerque Police Department. It was the U.S. Marshals who were attempting to arrest Gilbert Serrano, who was wanted for parole violation and actually new crimes, including aggravated battery and child abuse. Now, it's unclear at this time whether he was, if he had a weapon, which, in my opinion, he was in a vehicle, which should always be considered a deadly weapon. But the internet groups are quick to, these groups are trying to prove that there's a police state in New Mexico. Revolution News: law enforcement shot another unarmed man. Well, these people just, write these sensationalist headlines trying to, this is not news. This is, this is opinion. First and foremost, James Boyd, which I don't entirely support the officers in that situation, but I'm not entirely against them. He had knives in his hand, so he's not unarmed. And like I said, this guy Gilbert in Albuquerque may or may not have had a firearm or something like that, but he did certainly have a vehicle, which it can certainly be deadly. Family members say that U.S. Marshals just surrounded his truck, did not identify themselves, and ordered him to get out of the truck, and then just boom, shoot Gilbert in the head through the windshield. So obviously something prompted them to shoot him. Perhaps he put his car in reverse and was going to try to take off. Maybe he was reaching for something and they thought it was a weapon. All these people that write these sensationalist headlines, they're never there. They're never in the heat of the moment. They're not the people that are in charge of the situation. They're seeing one angle of the story, like this video we have here, where all these people in Albuquerque are verbally harassing the marshals and interfering. This guy, this marshal's trying to render first aid, and these bystanders are within several feet and are just totally berating the law enforcement officials. All I can say is, I'm not a police officer, but I have never been in a situation where a man has been in a vehicle and I've been trying to arrest him. I've never had someone come at me with a weapon, knives. So I think unless you've been in that situation before, you don't really have the place to judge these people. Whether you want to call this a justified, unjustified shooting, what have you. The fact of the matter is that the marshals are trying to arrest him. They're trying to do their job. Obviously, something happened that caused them to use their firearm, and like I said, we will never know what that was, what caused that, unless this goes to some sort of trial. So that's all I have to say today. Unfortunately, I hate to say, another shooting in Albuquerque. I don't particularly blame the police officers themselves. I support the police officers. Obviously, something is happening in Albuquerque, whether it's training related or for whatever reason, it seems like more people with potential mental illness problems are attacking police officers. Whether it's the police officers or the citizens, that needs to be addressed one way or the other. So that's it for today. Leave your opinion in the comments and I will try to respond to you.